What's up, players? So, Clash of Civilizations. Let's just show how I did, and then I'm going to show some battle reports. So we're server 1468. We came in third. Oh, I can't show the rankings for just my alliance. I came in 8th place. But for my alliance, I was like 680. The next, or for my server, the next person on our server, 181. So I got 3.5 times them in points. They're K42, I'm K41. But my account is significantly stronger. I'm going to K42 next event. Let's go to some battle reports. I had there was two K45s in the Clash of Civilizations, and I finally got one of them to attack me like an hour and a half in. An hour and 36 minutes in, this dude finally starts attacking me. So here's the first hit. This is my full power. I had 0 range. They hit me with siege. So I won that one by almost 2 billion power. Their range attack did the best, I think. Is this it? Yeah, that's their range attack. Yeah. So they just barely lost that range troop attack by like 400 million. They hit me with ground though, and they get wrecked. I think this is mounted. Yeah, that's mounted. They lose that by over 4 billion power. I'm only 11.1 billion power when this hit happens. They lose that by over 4 billion power. And let's show the ground one. Oh, this one now, no, that's ranged again. This one is ranged again. They kill my wall, but they still lose that by, but I have a few range in. Let's see if there's a ground hit. This one I'm only 8.7 billion power, but they hit with ground and it does horribly. Let's look at the buffs and debuffs. So this was the siege machine attack. He's got 3,700. I fully debuffed that. Right? Or no, I don't fully debuff it. Fully debuffing would be what? No, that is fully debuffing. That's fully debuffing the ranged troop attack. And I have pretty decent, if you're familiar with defense and hit points debuffs, I have pretty decent, I'm approaching 1,000 in each. That's pretty high for siege machine attack debuffs. And of course my in-city buffs are pretty good. My in-city buffs are actually like better than this K45s. I hit this K45 near the end of the battle. I'll show his in-city buffs. I'm gonna lose my place, but I'll show his in-city buffs up here when I hit him. This is for a K45. He was 77 billion power. Look at his in-city buffs. Like mine were higher in like everything. But I did have defensive blazon sets on. All right, let's go back to those defenses. So I showed the siege machine. This is range troop, right? Yeah, this is range troop. Let's show those. He should have a higher range troop attack than he did have siege. Yeah, he's got 4229, and I almost fully debuffed that. If I had 10% more range troop attack debuff, I'd fully debuff his range troop attack. So that's pretty good. Although his range troop attack does perform the best of all the attacks. Okay, this was mounted. That's mounted, and he's hitting me with like his entire fucking server's team was all K40 plus. They're all K40. There might have been like one K39. I was sitting right next to him for the majority of the entire battlefield, just scouting the guy over and over again, telling him to hit me. But it wasn't until an hour and a half into the battle he finally hit me. So this was his mounted attack. His mounted is almost 4,000, 4,020, and I'm another like what 60% from fully debuffing that. Yeah, I'm like 60% more mounted troop attack from fully debuffing that. And then is this the ground? Oh, this is ranged again, right? Okay, let's look at the ground. Yep, this is the ground hit. He should have a strong. No, his ground attack is not that strong. That is not a strong ground troop attack. But ground troop attack is hard to debuff. I'm nowhere close to fully debuffing that. Like, need 700% more. But I do fully debuff the ground troop defense, and I fully debuff the ground troop hit points. So we had a few more defenses here. A little while later, he hits me with ranged again. This time I have a few reins. Then he hits me with ground. Immediately after range, it does horrible. It does fucking dirt poor. I was only 11.9 billion power. So let's see. Okay, I'm 11 billion power. He's hitting me with this. Must be mounted. Yeah, mounted. So he had a strong rally team. I'm saying like all the dudes. He had 2 K44s, and then pretty much everybody was K40 to 42. Everyone else on his team. So he had a good rally team for sure. I mean, his self troop size 8.4 million. That's pretty high. And then so I didn't get zeroed. There was another K45 on another team, but they never rallied me. Then there was a K43 leading the second place team, the team that came in second place, and they hit me really early on, but it's like there's going to be a ton of battle reports down here to find that. It's not too interesting to see. Yeah, I scouted this dude like 100 fucking times. That's way down there. Probably not the most interesting thing. What else? So yeah, I think only the first place team advances. Isn't that how Clash of Civilization works? Only 1 out of 8 teams advances to a next round. I'm pretty sure we came in second before, and we didn't advance. Server war just ended. Came in first place again. The first place rewards for server war are actually pretty decent. Depending on how many points you get compared to the total, determines how many gems you get. But you can get close to 2 million gems. So I get 770k here, and then I get another 300k. So I get 1 million gems. That's pretty good. 300 tax scrolls, 270 blood of Ares. But other than that, like Genghis had just made a video about server war rewards, and they really need to revamp the temples. Like, give the temples something, because right now they're just inconsequential. You conquer the temples or you don't conquer the temples. If you only got a handful of guys doing it or only one guy doing it 6 hours apiece, that could fucking take a long goddamn time. You're gonna get some fucking boxes that spawn. It's fucking bullshit. That's complete bullshit. They need to change. Like, let's look at the temples. Let's look at the temples. Um, like one of them gives 60% gathering speed. Looks like gonna knock off a few minutes off your fucking 2-hour timer. Make it 600%. Make it knock off like almost an hour. That would be, it's only for 2 days. Like, you're gonna spend 6 hours on a goddamn temple to get an effect. Make it actually mean something. Like, is this a forging temple? What's 25% faster production speed over 48 hours gonna give me? One more material than otherwise? That's fucking bullshit. It should be like 3,000%. I should be making like 10 or 20 more materials over the 2 days. Make it like 3,000%. I mean, why don't we have no one on our server fighting over these fucking temples? Because they don't fucking matter. We conquered 2 of them this time. Yeah, that's the gathering speed, 60%. No one's gathering anyways. Maybe 1 or 2% of everybody's gathering. You made it like 600%. Maybe we'd have 10% or 15% of people gathering for those 2 days. March speed 30%. March speed to monsters 1,000%. When I have like 1,000% regular March speed and like 1,200% fucking March speed to monsters, what's this actually going to increase my March speed by? And I have victory column, this is actually going to increase my March speed by what? 3 or 4%? Make this 300% and this 1,000%. Increase all the effects on these temples by an order of magnitude. So it's like noticeably different. It's something people will actually. It only lasts for 2 goddamn days. I mean, it's fucking. It takes so goddamn long to do it. You gotta, risk, losing a bunch of sources of life, taking bad power exchanges on the temples. My rally's on. I want to turn that off. Let's see. So with that 60%, with that 60% more gathering speed, I have I'm normally just an hour and like 6.5 minutes. So with that 60% more gathering speed, I'm at an hour and 4 minutes. So more than a 1 hour timer, it knocks 2 minutes off my timer. 2 minutes for 2 days. What over 48 hours? If all I do is gather, 2 minutes off my gathering timer. What over 2 days? How many more tiles am I going to be able to gather on? Not an amount that's going to matter too much. Not an amount that I'm going to be willing over the course of 6 hours to lose. Maybe thousands of sources of life. Like the only way you can really get the source of the life is by getting the main event pack, and you don't get very many. Like, do you even get enough from a main event pack to recover 1 full march getting killed? Like, you burn through sources of life fucking fast as fuck. But luckily we won this server war. I get decent rewards because I'm always in first place for the server war. So I get a decent amount of gems and shit, but everybody else gets jack fucking shit. They get nothing. Um, this is our first time winning 2 server wars back to back. So that was cool. Yeah. So that was Clash of Civilizations, and our last server war. Yeah, they really need to go. They really need to go through everything in the game, all the activities, all the events you can do, and drastically increase the rewards for everything. Because there's some stuff that's just like it's not even worth unless you can rank 1 in the event. It's not even worth your time doing. Like some people spend dozens of hours on Arctic Barbs. Like you rank 1 in Arctic Barbs, you get like three. What do you get? 300k gems. You get the ice fort. You get 15%, 15% crafting speed. Like there's some events that I don't even spend any time doing now. Like the Trippy Hacket's trial or whatever, where you summon the monsters. I don't even do that anymore. Arctic Barbs, I I I only do that event every other time they have it because I only need the ice fort. I only need the ice fort every other event. So I only do it once a month. Or what is it? Once every 2 months? Or some shit like that. Um what else do I not even do? Oh, the fishing, the fucking the Aquaman's event, the fishing pole event. I don't even do it at all anymore. I don't spend any time doing it. It just takes too much goddamn time. The Mayan event to get Caesar, like I need some more Caesar so I can build a third march. And I know the trick now. This is what's good about making YouTube content is sometimes people know some shit that they feel you don't know. They'll message you about it. And someone told me how to do the Mayan event and score over 11,000. And like while he was messaging me in game, I did the Mayan event first fucking try. I got like 11,200. Highest I'd ever gotten before is like 10,700 or some shit. I can't tell. I can't make a video about that. It's too GG. No one would think about doing it that way. So I can't put that on video. I gotta get me some more Caesars before you can only get 1.5 copies of Caesars for first place. You need 4 copies of Caesar to get a 2 red star Caesar, which is what's important. And I want to build more marches, so I need to be placing first place in every mine event for like a while. But like, like how long does it take to run the mine event just once? Like it's over an hour, close to an hour, right? Like how many times are you gonna run? Are you gonna run it to rank high multiple times? Like other than the Caesar fragments, like all the boxes you get, they don't have shit in them. They got almost nothing in them for the rewards. Um, yeah, like all the activities in the game, they give almost nothing. Then like killing monsters, you gotta kill so many goddamn monsters. Like the only way to do it, the only way to feel good about it is just not open your boxes. You gotta not open your boxes for months, or fucking, AFK, run alts, and then you open up all your shit at one, then you open up all your shit at one time, and then you can feel good about, how rewarding the game is for time played. Like they don't even have enough monsters on the map to keep two alliances busy all day. Like if people want to get on the game and fucking play, extended hours during the day, like there's barely enough total monsters to even keep one alliance rally setter like busy for multiple, for all goddamn day, 24/7. There's just barely, or one could argue, not enough monsters in the game. Like what part of this game can you play? Like if you really like the game, a lot of people really like this game. They really like playing this game. But what part of the game can you actually play competitively? Like competitively free to play, grind it out and make progress. Like, is there any? There really isn't any. Now, I'm a big spender. I'm a big coiner. So, like, a lot of the things I don't care because I'm going to progress anyways. Like, I don't care too much about competing that much for, like, the tactics scroll monsters, for example, although I do compete for them, but not as much as, I would otherwise because I know one day I'm going to be K45. I'm going to have everything maxed out in the military academy, and all the extra tactics scrolls I get, they're just gonna be stacking up. Well, they're probably coming out with K50 sometime, so I probably won't be K50 for like 3 years. But one day I will be K45. I'll be K44 in like 3 or 4 months. 3 or 4 months I'll be K44. Go to K42 next event. I already have all the resources to do fucking Army Camp, Rally Spot, Military Academy, Victory Call. Then it's on to fucking K43. I'm gonna be K43 in like 2.5, 3 months. 2.5, 3 months. Because like 3 consuming events from now, I'm gonna be doing Walls 42. And the consuming event after that, I'm gonna be doing K43. So yeah, there's I mean, it's hard to argue that the game's worth playing. As far as like playing a lot of hours, trying to make progress. Like when you look at something like here we go. Let's look at the B15 monster chest for example, because that would be a good average. Like if you're killing level 3 event monsters down to level 3 and higher, because there's just not enough monsters to rally, the B15 monster chest would probably be a good average of what all boxes reward in total on average. So what's the B15 chest give you? Hold on a second. Let me get down to it. I get some video lag when I'm making videos, so things are a little bit slower. So let's see, 18, 17, 16, 15. As you can see, I've been saving up for a while. I got 586 B18 chests. B15 monster chest. Alright, it gives you a million all resource. So most of the time, you're getting a double drop. So let's say, you'd have to kill 500 of them to have 1 billion of each resource. 500, like there's a fame for killing 1,000. So you'd have to kill 1,000. You'd have to get the fame from scratch just to have 2 billion each resource. But buildings now, K40 plus, they're like 70 billion each, or at least for the keep. Military Academy is like 35 billion each. So how many thousands of fucking B15s would you have to kill, or just monsters in general, would you have to kill in total for me to do like K42? I have to kill like 35,000 monsters? Let's say on average you're getting a B15 chest per monster. How long is it going to take to kill 35,000 monsters? Let's see. Let's use a calculator. Let's see. See how long it's going to take. Let's see. 35,000 monsters. Okay. So I can kill. So you got 6 marches. Let's just say you kill 6 march. You kill 6 monsters every 5 minutes. It's probably going to be more like actually every. Let's do every 6 minutes. 6 monsters every 6 minutes. So you're gonna do you're gonna do you're gonna do 6 monsters times 10, right? Because 60 minutes. 6 monsters times 10. So a monster per minute, basically, right? So you're killing. You're killing 60 monsters. You're killing 60 monsters a minute. Well, no, that'd be easy because it's a monster per minute. So 35,000 monsters. So let's just do 35,000 divided by 60. So that's how many hours? Is that how many hours? Right? So, the 35,000 monsters would be 35,000 minutes. There's 60 minutes in an hour. So divided by 60. So yeah, that's 583 hours. So how many days is that? 24 days. 24 days. But you're not killing a monster every minute. Because you got the march time there, you got the march time back, you got any time in between that you don't have 6 rallies going. And that's playing 24/7. It doesn't seem that bad. Like you've got a huge bot account running. It doesn't. It's. It doesn't seem that bad if you got a huge bot account running that's just doing one monster after the next monster after the next monster. But you're gonna run out of monsters. There's not enough monsters. I don't know. I really like the game. I like playing the game. There's just after a while, I get bored. Like there's nothing else to do. There's nothing else worth my time to actually do. When I'm taking fucking 5 or 10 minutes or an hour to chain kill monsters, and over that hour I'm getting like I don't know what do you get? What are you getting in an hour? 80 million at each resource, 60 million at each resource. If it's 60 monsters, you get a million. I don't fucking know. And then these events like Arctic Barbs, like I was saying, some people spend through the 12 days. Some people spend dozens of hours competing on Arctic Barbs. For what? Every time, every time they have Arctic Barbs, same people. Every time they have Arctic Barbs and the treasure hunt where you're finding the level 5 temples, like people are spending hours on that every single day. End reward 300k gems. What the fuck is that? End reward 300k gems. They need to. You know what they really need to do? They need to come out with dynamic rewards. Dynamic rewards and dynamic monster spawning. So your server, because there's so much variations between spending, the amount of competition on your server, the amount of total active players, the amount of playtime per server, for the total player base on that server, etc., etc., etc. They need to have dynamic monster spawning. The faster the rate the monsters on the server are being killed, the faster they respawn. So that way, whatever the play hours are, the most people are on that server, and there's a high rate of killing monsters, and then a low rate. It fluctuates to keep up with the activity and playtime of the players on the server. They can do the same thing with rewards and a bunch of events. The the more number of players, well, people could I guess people could game that system, just have a bunch of their alts compete in the event as well. But no, they can still implement some sort of like dynamic rewards for like Arctic Barbs or something. Like the more total number of points from all players competing in Arctic Barbs, the higher the rewards are for all the rankings. Have it scale to like 10 different levels or some shit. Same thing with like the mine event. The more total number of total time spent by players on the event on the entire server, the increased, level of all the values of rewards. Something like that. Because then you'd be rewarding on a server by server basis the competitiveness of that server and its player base. Hardly very many people compete on the server for all the events. It's not going to move to, higher brackets for the rewards. A server that's had a bunch of server merges or just has naturally a high population, much higher rewards for the events. Because people have to spend a shit ton more time on them. Like if you only have to spend one day on Arctic Barbs because no one on your server is doing them, they don't care, and you're still getting the same rewards as someone on another server that has to spend, not only do they have to do their 10 opens, but they have to do all the opens of 10 other people as well every single day in order for them to place high. Well, there should probably be different rewards. But yeah, so like for undead, for example, like I don't even care. Like I don't even send up my troops. I don't even send up my troops to reinforce anybody. Like if you're K if you're K like 30 or some shit, you're K 32 or whatever, a year into the server, you just die. I don't care. Fucking I never reinforce anyone for undead. I never have. I don't do the fishing event. I don't do the Hecate's Moon event. I don't even do the treasure, the one where you have the three different types of cards and you spawn the monsters. It takes a while to spawn 120 goddamn monsters, and you get to solve this fucking treasure. I don't do that event. I stopped doing that event recently. It just takes too much goddamn time for like what you get from it. You know? It takes too much goddamn time for what you get for it. Like now it's much easier for me to just send my gatherers out and not have to worry about doing anything on the game for an hour. You know what I mean? Yeah, they really need to do something, especially when it comes to fucking the temples and SvS. It's just so goddamn ridiculous to spend 6 hours on them, get almost nothing, and then if you conquer theirs but they don't conquer yours, and you get these fucking boxes. Like I never pick up these boxes. The boxes give you jack fucking shit. The boxes give you jack shit. These boxes are bullshit. Why do they even have any of the regular boxes in here? Why does the level 1 small amount of stone box even spawn? What the fuck are they talking about? It's bullshit. Like people spend so much goddamn time on this game, and there's not enough stuff in this game worth spending time on. It's fucking bullshit. Like everything needs to be increased. Obviously, a lot of these rewards for a lot of these things are the same way they've been since they were ever implemented years ago. And they've gone from K30 max to K35 max to K40 max to K45 max. Like they need to have a revamp. fucking all the rewards for everything, so it's worth your time based on how difficult it is to get to the higher levels of the game. They really need to do it. Like I've been running out of desire. Like I look for desire to fucking do almost anything in the game anymore. Like, and this is only after playing for a year. Like I look forward to Battlefields. Um, yeah, I look forward to Battlefields. I want to smash. I want to smash people. Fucking smash. Wrecked. Pretty much the only thing I look forward to. Well, no, I do look forward to spending. When I buy package purchases, I do highly anticipate doing that. But how much time to spend doing that? I mean, it takes a couple seconds, buy the packs, and then it takes a couple minutes to attribute, higher BCO levels, or maybe you can finally upgrade the Senate or military tactics. Then it only gives me a couple minutes of playtime. You spend $1,000, I get a couple minutes of playtime out of it. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Anyways, I just made a comment. I made a comment to the Ebony's top tier player feedback fucking Facebook group. Or actually, I look at my comment. It hasn't been posted yet, but I can show you. They give you an edit. They give you an edit section, and I can show you what the they give you an edit function, and you can look at your post before it's posted. Anyone that posts to this, it takes days before they actually post your post. Here, yeah, pending post. I typed this up yesterday. So here's what I put. We need another game mode. People can pause the video, and I'm not going to read this to you. People can pause the video and read it, but basically, I made a video about. It says at the very bottom. I made a video about this idea like 8 months ago. Endless dungeon. Like, give us a game function in the mode completely different from fucking gathering or rallying monsters, where like inside your city there's a dungeon and it's endless. You go in, you're first on level 1, but it just goes forever. And like it gives you, like, for example, just a general idea. They could come out with whatever version they want, but like you get 5 monsters, 5 boss monsters. You kill all 5 of them, a minute later, 5 more spawn. After you've done like 100 levels or some shit, the boss monsters levels are slightly higher. So you'd have to start out with like killing all level 1 and 2 bosses and shit, and then eventually be level 3 and 4, and then 4 and 5, and then finally you get over fucking boss monster 11 or 12, and it'll finally be worth killing. But if you wanted to spend all day playing the game, you could fucking do that, right? Like you could just grind. You can grind in the endless dungeon. You finally get up to where you have boss monsters worth killing, give rewards, but there'll be an endless supply of them, and you just do that forever. And they can have something like fail through an attack. You finally get up to the point where a Stymphalian bird spawns, and you can't get 5 more monsters that spawn until you fucking kill it, right? Have something where fail 3 attacks. you can't do more attempts till the next day, something like that. But the next day you start off, if you're up to endless dungeon fucking 1900 or whatever, you're still at 1900 the next day. Like probably the most active I've ever been on the game in the last few months, and that was a fun day, was the expedition they added on the wall. But like, what the fuck? Can only do that once. Like, they take the time to develop this stuff, add it to the game. updated in a patch. You gave me 1 day of playtime. You gave me 1 fucking day of playtime. What the fuck, Evony? And it was only like maybe 3 or 4 hours that day. You only do it once? Yeah. Okay, you go up another keep level. Maybe you can progress to. Maybe you can progress to the next set, the next set of 5 months. But even if you can, you only got 5 battles, and then you're gonna be stuck again. And you need 2 more minutes of playtime. I'm stuck at 284 right now. Give me. I'm stuck at 284 right now. So there'll be 3 more times, other than the times I'm checking to see if I actually am powered up to progress. There'll be 3 more times I get fucking 4 minutes of playtime or some shit. What the fuck? We need an entirely new game mode in the game that you can spend on the grind. That's what we need. That you can grind out and, make some sort of fucking progress on. So for you guys that are, part of this, or have been invited to this feedback thing over time. Another thing is there's very little activity on this, and I mean there's like 1,900 people on this, but there's very few people that post. There's very few like thumbs up or like comments or just any activity to any of the posts anyone makes. But if you are part of this and watching this video, check this out in the next coming days when it posts. Please, give it a thumbs up, reply to the post, show some activity on it. I'll show you. I'll scroll through the last couple ones. So this is the most recent one. No likes, no comments. This one's been up for 16 days. It's got 14 likes and it's got 10 comments. Okay, that's their adjustments they're going to be making in the future. This one's been up for 1 day longer than that. This one's got 54 comments. That's actually pretty good. But this is someone bitching about botting an iScout. Not helpful, not anything that's going to add value to the game. Let's see, this one is this guy's asking what are the best packs to buy. Why are you asking it here? This is supposed to be. Why was this person invited to Evony fucking top tier players fucking feedback? This is supposed to be a top spender. They're asking what are the best packs to buy for your buck? Get that person out of here. Make it possible to transport resources to a family member in your group, even if they're in a different alliance. I think they did that. But this thing, okay, this is from January 3rd. It's only from 3 days ago. I don't know why it doesn't have the most recent at the top, descending down. It's kind of strange. But yeah, as you can see, since December 25th, December 20th, December 23rd, December 9th, December 20th. Let's see how many more are in December. There's a bunch around December 19th, 20th. Okay, this is September. So we just totally skipped October and November. This is September too. Okay, we got more from December though. September. Where's October and November? Okay, here's one from November. Another one from November. Anyways, there's just, what, total posts from December, maybe like 10 posts. There's 1,838 members overall. We did see one with 50 something comments. So that was pretty good. That one has 20. Oh. But it's about cheating. The only thing I'm concerned about is the cheating in the game that's causing my friends to quit, in particular iScout/botting. But there's people on every single server that use iScout and bot. The only way you compete against that is you have to give those functions in the game, like where they have the auto rally. That's the main thing people would use botting for, so their troops would join other people's rallies while they were AFK. Okay, they got that. They need to you need to add the functions that people are cheating to gain an advantage. You need to add them into the game as much as possible. So like what they need to do, another thing that they could do is this function here where you can search for boss monsters, have it be free for any of the bosses, right? So any of these event bosses that that are up don't have that cost, 1 out of 10 chances for the day. Just have it be a regular function. And then one other thing is you add a little radius requirement. So within how many kilometers. You start off with 200, you kill everything close to your hive, then you change it to 400, you kill everything further away. If they added that change, that would negate the functionality that people are accessing by using third-party programs. That's the type of changes they need to make. Maybe I should make a reply to their post. But yeah, if you are watching this video and you are a member of that Facebook group, try to have some activity on there, or at least thumbs up the stuff that you do like for suggestions. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Oh my God, it's taking me a while to shut this down.